bark forever. Watch Stan and Steve.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
I lied to you, you know, about why I left Orlais.
I knew you weren't telling me something. So you didn't get tired of that life.
In a way I did. But these feelings were triggered by events which I did not tell you about. I didn't feel like talking about it then. What happened to me? Maybe it will affect us, maybe not, but you should know. I came to Ferelden and the Chantry because I was being hunted in Orlais.
Hunted? What for? Fascinating, tell me more. Hunted? What for?
I was framed, betrayed by someone I thought I knew and could trust. Marjolaine. She was my mentor and friend. She taught me the bardic arts, how to enchant with words and song, to carry myself like a highborn lady, to blend in as a servant. The skills I learned, I used to serve her, my bard master, because I loved her, and because I enjoyed what I did.
So Marjolaine was a bard too?
She claimed to have retired. She married a noble and inherited his wealth when he died. To many she was just a rich widow. I thought I knew her. My devotion to her blinded me to her less than noble attributes. You can say it was my fault. There was a man I was sent to kill. I was to bring Marjolaine everything he carried. I don't know who this man was. She gave me a name and a description, and I hunted him down. I found documents on his body, sealed documents.
You opened them, didn't you?
My curiosity got the better of me. Something told me that I needed to know what was in those letters. Marjolaine had been selling all kinds of information about Orlais to other countries, Nevara and Antiva among others. It was treason.
So, it's just Orlais. Isn't that what bards do?
Some. But I had always assumed Marjolaine only operated within Orlais. This was an unhappy surprise for me. My life as bard taught me that my loyalties should be kept fluid. My concern was not that she was a traitor, but that her life would be in danger if she was caught. Orlais has been at war with so many countries. It takes a harsh view of such things, as I later discovered.
Most countries don't appreciate treason.
I should have left well alone, but I didn't. I had to tell Marjolaine I feared for her life. She brushed aside my concern. She admitted her guilt, but said it was in the past. That is why the documents had to be destroyed, she said. I believed her. I kept believing, up till the moment they showed me the documents, altered by her hand, to make me look the traitor.
Who's they?
The Orlesian guards. They captured me. Did terrible things to make me confess and reveal my conspirators. It was a traitor's punishment I endured. And at the end of it, all that awaited me was eternity in an unmarked grave.
How unpleasant. How did you get
The
out?
skills Marjolaine taught me were good for something at least. I broke free when I saw the opportunity. I did not seek Marjolaine out. If she thought I was coming for her, she would have me caught again.
And so you came to Ferelden to Lothar.
I was tempted to confront her. I was furious, betrayed. But what could I do against her? And so I fled to Ferelden, to the Chantry and the Maker. Ferelden protected my person, and the Maker saved my soul. And that is the reason I am here. The real reason. No more lies between us, at least in this.
Is having you here a threat to us? Thank you for trusting me with this.
It feels good to have this off my chest. Thank you for listening and understanding.
Speaking...
If
Hold
there's
on.
anything I can do for you, please, please tell me.
You didn't mention your son in your tale.
Yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think. And he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
That was generous of you. So, that was
It's not as
generous
if
of you.
I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
I
Of
should go.
course. Good fortune to you and yours.
Goodbye.
Wynne, you want to talk?
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
No, the ones in the tower were the first I've
The
seen.
first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
Seeing the monster that you could be is unsettling, yes. You're a great mage, you would never become an abomination.
Every mage is vulnerable, no matter how accomplished or powerful. That is the first thing we learn, and overconfidence can lead to recklessness. One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone, replaced by madness. And there is no turning back, or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured, or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
If one retains one humanity, one is not an abomination. Why do you care so much about this anyway? One retains one's humanity, one is not an abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
Oh, she was
I've
different.
a question, if I may.
Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity.
Does your oath expire then?
Not precisely. I said I would serve you until you saw fit to release me. One simply assumes that once your Grey Warden business is finished, you would have no need of an assassin to follow you about. Am I wrong?
I could always use a friend.
Indeed. I might even be glad to call myself such, come to think of it. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
No problem. Severn? Again? I got some Dalish gloves.
Gloves? You're giving me gloves? What for?
I thought you might like them.
I did not mean to sound ungrateful, it is just... Wait, these are Dalish, are they not? My mother was Dalish, and had a pair very similar to these. The leather was less thick, and it had more embroidery, but these are very close, and quite handsome.
You're welcome.
Do I seem surprised? Perhaps I am. Still, I appreciate the fact that you even thought of me. No one has simply given me a gift before. Thank you.
Ogren,
There you are. Wanted to talk to you.
What about?
You and I, you know how sometimes you spend time with people and things.
Take your time, Ogren. I love you too, Ogren. Oh, the maker, we don't have time for this. Take your time.
I
What
was
is it?
thinking, I do know some people out here on the surface. A person, actually. A girl I knew in Orzammar. Before I left, obviously.
Well, a girl you knew, or a girl you knew? And you want to go find her?
Her name's Felsi. She and I were friends after Branka left for the deep roads. I'm sure she's forgiven me by now. Thought maybe I'd track her down, see how she's been living.
Augur, you dog. Wait, you cheated on Branka? What do you mean you were friends?
Oh, we coiled the old rope, if you know what I mean. Oiled the mine shaft. Rubbed the foreman's elbow.
The foreman's elbow. You're just making those up, aren't you? You can stop now. You just making those up,
Am
aren't you?
I? I've forgotten. Anyway, she left for the surface a year back, and I haven't seen her since.
You know where to find her?
I tried to look her up the last time we were at Lake Calenhad. She wasn't at work at the inn. At home with her sick mother, they said. I figured it was just the ancestors telling me something. But I keep thinking about her.
We could go back.
Well, and a good friend you are, Warden. I'll think about you if we ever... no, actually, that would be gross. No,
yes.
What was it you wanted to say?
It would have been very gross.
Aye, alright then.
Not killing your mom?
I await your command.
So, life in the wilds must have been very
At
lonely.
times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
And do they speak back? And that seem normal to you? But you eventually
Such
left.
simple pleasures will only enthrall for so long. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments, the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
You were a thief. I can't imagine Flemeth was pleased.
She was not. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
But you were just a child. I had a hard time picturing you heartbroken. But you were just a child.
And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
I feel sorry for you. They made you stronger, didn't they? They made you stronger, didn't they?
They did indeed. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Golden mirror, you say? Golden mirror, you say? Much like this golden mirror?
What have you there? A mirror? It is just the same as the mirror which Flemeth smashed on the ground so long ago. It is incredible that you found one so like it. I am uncertain what to say. You must wish something in return, certainly.
No. Probably ridiculous. It's a gift, Martin. It's simply a present for a beautiful woman.
I have never received a gift. Not one that did not also come with a price attached. But I would be a fool not to accept such a gesture with grace. Your gift is most thoughtful. Thank you.
Let's talk to Alice.
Something on your mind? Of
I
course.
have some questions. So you said this Arl Eamon raised you?
Did I say that? I meant the dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Neanderthals. A whole pack of them, in fact.
That's not what I remember you telling the fun myth. That would explain the smell. I thought you were raised by the Chantry.
Oh, there you go, listening to me again. You'd think you'd have gotten past that already. I ended up in a Chantry, sure, but I didn't start there. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Eamon wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
Why did he send you off to the Chantry? He wasn't your father, so you know who it is? Why did he send you off to the Chantry?
Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
You were probably luckier than most
I
orphans.
suppose you're right. I wasn't raised as the Arl's son, though, if you're picturing that. I slept in hay, out in the stables, not on silk sheets. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
Are you sure he isn't your father? You were young.
And raised by dogs. Or I may as well have been, the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that. I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man, and well loved by the people. He also was King Caelan's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Okay, yeah, let's head to Redcliffe then.
Indeed.
Bop bop.
Yes.
This seems like the party. Oh. Redcliffe Village.
They're all so eager to die.
Canary. Wait, Canary? Hey, they have horns too. Alice, you triggered all the traps. More barbarian. Cool. Let's make it. Nope. So you just got all the rest. Oh, Alice,
Stop. Don't kill him.
come on. What? I was killing a canary. Huh? What? Why not?
He is no common bandit. None of them were. Their weapons and armor are of fine make, and they are well trained. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Who are you?
Someone who regrets taking you on. I was told it would be an easy job. Kill the little red-haired girl. Deal with the others as we pleased.
Kill the... You came to kill me?
I was trying to kill Liliana. What threatens my friends and lives? He probably means you, yes. Does this have something to do with Orlais?
It could. You may be right. Who sent you? Why am I wanted dead?
I don't pay to ask why someone wants someone else dead. I just need to know what to do and where to get my money. Ha! Money. I'll be lucky to get away with my life, it seems. Maybe we could work something out. You like the idea?
Speak quickly.
I've no real quarrel with you. Wasn't me that wanted you dead. But I know how you can find the one who does.
Oh? What's his name?
Never found out. Got the feeling the man I spoke to was doing someone else's bidding, too. I have some directions written down on how to get to the house. It's in Denerim. Yeah, it's the best I can do.
Thank you. Now leave. I never want to see you again.
Yes, go. Be grateful with your life.
Don't worry. I'll not trouble you no more.
It's Marjolaine. It has to be.
I thought you have escaped from her.
I thought the same. Maybe someone saw me. Maybe she's finally found me and wants to finish what she started.
What do you wish to do?
She needs to answer for what she's done to me. If we are ever in Denerim, I would like to seek her out.
Okay. We will see. We may not have time to spare. Alright, I doubt it'll take
Perhaps
long.
it's time to settle this score for good.
Let's continue our path to Redcliffe.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
I'm not gonna like this, am I? Let me guess. You're an idiot. I'm not gonna like this, am I?
I don't know. I doubt it. I've never liked it, that's for sure. I told you before how Eamon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
So you're a royal bastard. You're not just a bastard, you're a royal bastard. Doesn't that make you heir to the throne? I don't even think you might have told me this before. So you're not just a bastard, you're a royal bastard.
Yes, I guess it does it, that. I should use that line more often. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
I think I understand. Does Logain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. At any rate, that's it. That's what I had to tell you. I thought you should know about it.
Are you sure you're not hiding anything else? Why tell me then? Why do I need to know? You're the heir to the throne then?
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. Now, if there's an heir to be found, it's Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh, no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
As you command, my prince. What does that make me? As you command, my prince.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to regret this. Somehow I just know it.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
What do you mean? Is there a problem?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard Arleman is sick, if that's what you mean.
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arleman's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They're obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Tern Loghain has anything to say about it. I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
That's weird. You don't believe Loghain? You don't believe Loghain's
What,
lies?
that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Kaelin risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Wynne is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the walking dead, decomposing corpses returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come with greater numbers. With Kaelin dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arleman.
Of course we'll help.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I am on my way. I want to discuss the situation with you.
Of course.
You have some of our Lehman's knights
I have
here?
those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
The search of the Urn of Sacred Ashes?
Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. That I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
And so what happens after this battle?
Hopefully we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Deamon and be able to help him.
I should get back
Very
to
well.
work.
Luck be with you, my friend.
You're a Grey Warden, right? Were you in Ostagar? In the Korkari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened. But I haven't heard from them since.
Are you Jeddah?
I am. You've heard of me?
I have something here from your husband.
Oh? Oh, his lockbox. If you're bringing me this... Oh no, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for bringing this to me. It means a lot too. Maker's blessings upon you.
No problem. Cool. I haven't done that quest before.
Sorry. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Are you alright? Why are you crying?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere.
How terrible, you poor thing. I wish there was something we could do to help.
And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Why would he run off? Do
He
you
said
know?
something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
If he has foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Nice. Maybe you want to kick her in the head while you're at it.
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
Wait, so we'll kick her to the head while you're at it. Have you tried looking for your brother? Don't worry, I'll look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him.
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
But night is coming. The monsters will return and we sit here and wait for them.
We have no choice. We must...
Wow. Morale's pretty low out here.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
You heard wrong. I could be a ghost. You never know.
So you say? A damn Qunari could walk up and say he was a Grey Warden. I wouldn't know the difference. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
Have faith, good man. We will defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Why does Owen refuse to talk to
His
you?
daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
I'll see what I can
I'd appreciate it. If he doesn't help, he'll die like the rest of us. What good will that do anyone then?
Okay, let's head to the
Go
blacksmithy.
away. Curse you! Leave me in peace! You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Is this Owen, the blacksmith? I need to speak with you.
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
I prefer not to speak through a door. Can I come in?
All right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Okay.
Maker's breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
Somebody's been drinking. My name is Cthulhu, a Grey Warden helping band.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Funny, you didn't sound like a dwarf through the door. Can't say I expected that. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
Phew, smells like a brewery in here. The militia needs your help desperately.
Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? My girl, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been alive since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
So you intend to drink yourself to death? I will rescue your
To
daughter.
do me the world of good, just maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night.
What about the militia? They need your help.
If you look for Valena, I'll reopen the smithy and make some repairs for the militia. I can do that much.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I promise I'll find her. I promise I'll find her.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Morgan doesn't like helping people.
I see you found my hiding place. I stuck some old equipment in there before Murdoch could get his hands on it.
Could I go in there?
I don't think there's anything you'll need in there. But it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up.
Can the militia
Not
use
if
this?
I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old, anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key.
Well. Oh, he's right. This stuff is useless. Oh, okay. I'll let you keep it. That's just dead weight. I'll go and change the party real quick. Hey, Liliana.
Damnation.
Jeez. Well, I'll stand real quick. Very stealthy. Very, very stealthy.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
I'm looking for a Canary sword that you bought.
You broke into my house for that?
Surrender the blade before I lose patience, dwarf.
So it's your sword. Farron didn't mention he took it off a live giant.
How much do you want
I'll
for
let it go for 6 sovereigns. The number's got a nice sound to it, don't you think?
I have that. I'd pay that. 6 ain't that bad for Sten sword. It's not that bad.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Now, why don't you take your sword and leave?
What are you doing shut up in here?
Surviving. We have supplies to last for quite some time. And my boys and I can swing a weapon better than any of those fools out there.
Shouldn't you be outside helping then? Shouldn't you be? Yeah.
Why? When did this town ever rush to my rescue?
Let's see if they'll come rushing when I attack. No. You're a
You
coward.
look more than competent. With you out there, they don't really need me, do they?
Either die out here, either die out there or here now. Your chances are better out there than in
Thanks.
here.
But I'll take my chances in here. Everyone else can run around in the open waiting to die.
Either you die in here, there. Either you die out there or here now. Let's see if I can't change his mind.
I have to admit, you've a better chance than most. At least another dwarf is likely to have a few rocks to rub together between their ears. What do you have in mind, then? Let's hear it.
I'll put in a good word for you back in Ozamar. My word isn't that much in Ozamar. But maybe I could get away with it.
Uh-huh. And that means exactly what? Nothing. I'm a surface dwarf. And if you're still welcome there, more power to you.
Okay, true. Okay, I'll put in a good word with you and Bang Tegan or the Jarl. That's actually pretty good.
You might just be able to pull that off. Fine. I'll throw in with the militia. For now. You better be out there too when the sun goes down. I'm not fighting for a lost cause, you hear me?
Alright. Okie dokie. Hey, man, I kinda want Sten to give up that sword though. We'll give it to him though. Is it a gift or is it an actual weapon? I think it's a gift. Nope, it's a weapon. Nope, yeah, it's a gift. Huh.
Strange. I had almost forgotten it. Completion. Are you sure you are a Grey Warden? I think you must be an Ashkari to find a single lost blade in a country at war.
You're welcome, Sten. What will you do now?
My sword is in my hand again. I should put it to use. And I could deliver a much more satisfying answer to the Arishok's question if the blight were ended. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. So you're staying then?
I am one of the Beresad. I have never abandoned the field with a battle unmet.
I'm glad to have you, Sten.
Indeed, it isn't every Grey Warden who has his own Beresard. I will see you reach the Archdemon. Lead the way.
Thank you, Sten. Thank you, Redcliffe. And with that, let's trade out Sten.
Vashaden.
Vashaden. Ooh, a busted robe.
Stop fidgeting.
I don't like being out here, Wynne. The mayor's giving me the evil eye.
And well he should. Because you're a good-for-nothing liar and a thief.
Well, we don't understand why we're out here.
We're out here because I say we're gonna help these people. And since I pay your wages, you're gonna do as I say.
Oh, sure, boss. Whatever you say.
Hey, Murdoch. We got your armor.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantigan the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget.
We're not only ready, Murdoch. We're going to
I hope you're right. We may just be village folk, but we're going to fight like there's no tomorrow.
We talked about
Thanks
Wynne.
for persuading him to come out here. He's going to be a great help. I just know it.
I want to talk about this.
There's not much time before sundown.
How is
The men's
morale?
spirits are high for now. Far better than I expected, to be honest. Dwin's presence makes the men a bit more confident. It helps to know a veteran is on our side tonight. Since you convinced Owen to start repairs, we're pretty well armed now. That is a relief, let me tell you. Overall, I'd say the militia's very ready to fight. Never thought I'd say that, but there you go. Is there anything else?
I'll be back. I need to check.
I have a good feeling about tonight.
Plus 10. The tavern. Bella. Oh, what's the graffiti? Be in Redcliffe Tavern. Lloyd.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travellers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes? Oh, you know, evil creatures, impending doom, civil war, and the Earl's dead in the castle. Makes you thirsty, don't it? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope.
Let me see what you have.
Right, I've got some supplies too, in case you're interested. With the store closed down, it doesn't hurt to pick up some of the slack, eh?
Hey Lloyd. I want to talk to Bella.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'll have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny.
Shouldn't you be in the
Later
chantry?
on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the chantry. Are you fighting tonight?
Yes, I am.
Good to hear. I didn't know that.
So how has business
What business? Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local. And they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig. And if I didn't need this job so badly, I...
You don't care about Lloyd, take it?
He gropes me and pays me next to nothing. But I suppose it could be worse. Not like I've got many options.
Why don't you
And
leave?
go where? With no money and no prospects, I just end up somewhere else working for someone worse.
You could leave if you had some help.
You mean after the fighting's over? I'd really like that. What would I have to do in return?
Nothing at all. I'll be glad to help.
That's very kind of you. I don't know what to say.
I should go. Okay. Oh, this elf. Beer
Not
Rick.
looking for company.
Shouldn't you be with the militia?
Why? I don't live here.
Then what are you doing here?
Just waiting until I can leave again. I'm not
Who
here
are
to
you?
talk.
There's something about this man's demeanor. I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But you do, don't you? I know a spy when I see one.
Look, I don't know you, and I don't want to. I'm not... I mean, I was just told to... I mean, just leave me alone.
What were you told to do?
Nothing. Nobody told me to do anything. Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
This will be easier if you just tell me what you were hiding.
But I never... Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Who hired you to do this?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Howe. Arl Rendon Howe. He's an important man, Terran Loghain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
Or are you supposed to watch the castle?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
So you know how this happened? Tell me now. How do I know you're telling me the
Here,
truth?
this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it, do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I think you should help defend Redcliffe tonight.
All right, I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
And should you guys be out there
We
too?
just come here to try and forget what's happening. Murdoch don't like us being here, but what can he do about it?
I can't believe Lloyd won't even give us some free ale. A time like this, and all he thinks about is turning a profit.
Did you expect any different? That bastard's always been cheaper than an ante from the hall.
Here we are defending the village, and he don't even have the decency to help us out.
He's charging you? That's outrageous. Barry should be drunk for the
I
coming
was
battle.
drunk for the last 2 fights, and I wouldn't have it any other way. If you fought those things, you'd know.
Lloyd is charging us for coin we don't even got anymore. Nobody's working right now. We're all just trying to survive.
Ah, what difference does it make? He won't care.
Hey, Lloyd.
Hey, what can Lloyd get you?
I hear you're charging the militia
Why
for
shouldn't
ale.
I? They may not have much coin, but I'm not giving it away for free.
Would 100 silvers cover their drinks? Silvers? Think of the goodwill you'll earn.
I never thought of that. Maybe I could try it for a bit. Right then, you men over there. Drinks are on the house. All militia drink for free.
Oh, you're a saint, Lloyd. Ha ha!
If them creatures don't kill me, I swear they'll bleed me dry. Something else I can get for you?
See that glimpse into the void real quick? That was pretty creepy.
Right.
Okay, I should go. Julio. Ogren? Wait, Ogren.
Maker's blessings upon you. You're a kind soul to help us out.
He hiccup. How did Ogren approve? He's not even in the party. What's with that?
Just the one thing.
About you, perhaps. Why the deception over your parentage?
I'd figure you'd be the sort who knows all about deception.
I do. And what use the deception might have had ended when King Caelan perished, did it not?
Maybe. I guess I was sort of hoping that would go away.
The truth does not go away.
I didn't say it was a good...
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit I am unfamiliar with addressing a dwarf of your station. I do not wish to be rude.
Well, wow. Everyone on the servers are very kind to dwarves. Well, except for the last bartender, but... like... Call me Grey Warden, for that is what I am.
Grey Warden it is, then, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Is there anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
So that means prepared? Is there anything else you need?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
Nah, I doubt that.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
I hear you got the tavern serving the militia free ale now. While I don't favor my men being drunk come sundown, I suppose it helps morale to have their minds taken off what's to come. You have my thanks. The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it.
Sounds like everyone's drunk. And I just noticed the elves behind him. I'll be back. I have one more thing to do.
I have a good feeling about tonight.
I
can't believe I'm going to fight. That's what I get for mixing myself up in all this.
So I take it you did not enjoy your temple training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited, what would have happened instead?
I would have turned into a drooling lunatic, slaughtered the Grand Cleric, and run through the streets of Denham in my small boat, I guess.
Your self-awareness does you credit.
I thought you'd like that.
10 years. Mother, I need some blessings, like some D&D blessings.
You are of dwarven blood and a stranger amongst us, yet you defend a home that is not your own. We are grateful for that.
I can't stand by while monsters attack the helpless.
Not many in these modern days would honestly say the same. You are a man of worth, and the Maker will smile upon you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
How awful this must be for you all. Is this everyone who's left?
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
I will like your blessings, Mother. Well, I wouldn't, but Sir Perth needs your holy protection.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
He needs some blessings on his attack rolls. Like, he needs, like, some good D20s. Some good criticals. Well, you're not praying hard enough, then! Can't you bless them?
I can pray with them and give them my blessing. But Sir Perth wants me to call upon the Maker to shield them from evil.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
Okay. But if they think it helps
I
them...
suppose their belief in the Maker's power could inspire them, but it just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
Yes, ma'am. Man, these guys are going to be so prepared. Those undead aren't going to know what's going to hit them.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
You said you wanted holy protection?
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Mother Hannah has some holy amulets. Would these do?
Must we do this? The faith that will protect these men must come from their heart, surely.
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
Well, it's not even magical. I'm glad I could help.
I will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last.
Is there anything else you need? I have some questions for you.
Whatever you wish.
You mentioned something about him.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Just what was the Arl
We were never
sick with?
certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. We brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Why did the Arlessa believe anyone
The
could
Arl once
find
employed a scholar, Brother Denativi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
No one can find the other knights, bring them
Eventually,
back?
perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks. As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
Hello? Oh, okay. When you approach the dresser, something moves inside. You hear a short, surprised intake of breath, but then silence. Hello? Is someone in there?
This isn't your home. This is my home. My home, you hear me?
Bevan? Is that you?
How do you know my name?
I spoke to your sister in the Chantry.
Did she tell you to take me back to Chantry? Don't make me go back there. I hate that place. I hate it.
Don't you think your sister might be worried about you?
Maybe. But she just tells me not to be scared, even though she is. She tells me not to be sad, but she keeps crying because my mother died. I don't want to be sad. I'm brave. I'm going to be a hero. I'm going to fight Moth. I will.
From in there?
No. I just heard you coming and I guess that's not very brave of me, is it? I'll come out now. Alright, I came out. You won't hurt me. Will you? I'll go back to the chantry if you really want.
Where's some of what you're doing in there?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Are you sure? Maybe I could help you.
Could. Alright, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was grandfather's. And grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took Mother.
You had the right idea. You are indeed very brave.
Thank you, sir. But the sword is too heavy for me. I guess I'm not strong as someone like you.
Where's this sword now?
In the chest. In Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
Well, I could use that sword to help the village.
I guess you're right. I should help defend the village, shouldn't I? Father would have if he were here. Oh, alright. Here's the key. I hope you use it to kill a lot of those bad people. I should go back to the chantry. Good luck.
The power of persuasion! I could legit persuade a kid to give me their family heirloom.
I have...
The green blade. Okay, shall we tell that girl her brother's back? If she doesn't know already. And Alistair has 100 on the dot. This is oil lamp. Wait, these are oil barrels.
Let's go.
I should go tell that knight that there's oil barrels there.
Morgana's amulets have greatly bolstered my men's confidence. You couldn't have armed us with any better than our faith in the Maker.
Have you considered using the oil in the
No one
store?
told me of this. Oil, you say? How much exactly?
Enough to set many monsters.
Assuming that would hurt them. Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective, if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime? As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it.
Alright, make my...
Are you sure? There's still time left if you need to talk with Sir Perth or do anything else.
No, I'm ready now.
And good luck to you. You'll need it.
Get to your positions! Get ready!
Death fog.
It's time, men. Know that we fight for the Maker.
Let's kill these corpses.
attacking from the lake! They're attacking the barricades! We need help!
Knights, stay here and guard
Come
the path.
on! We need to hurry!
A yellow wave walking towards Walking Dead. Trademark. Kind of missing Shell Shockwave. Die. Die again. Stay dead this time. Picked up militia gear. Murdoch died? Oh no!
Dawn arrives, and we survived the night. We are victorious. And though this victory came at great cost, we must remember none of us would be here were it not for the heroism of these good folk beside me. I thank you, good sir. Truly the Maker smiled on us when he sent you here in our darkest hour.
I am happy to defend the village. There's so much more to do, Bantigan.
Surely these people deserve some small celebration, don't you think? There is time yet.
Let us bow our heads and give honor to those who gave their lives in defense of Redcliffe.
Murdoch of Redcliffe, Mayor and beloved father, we salute you.
You and so many others who have perished here, walk with he who is your Maker. Long may you know the peace of his love.
May the ancestors give them welcome.
With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able. Now, we've no time to waste. Meet me at the mill. We can talk further there.
So we won the battle? If this is what war is like, with so many people hurt and dying, I don't want to think about what fighting the Darkspawn will be like. Van Tegan or Al Eamon will be calling for volunteers soon, won't they? They'll need an army to fight in the south now. I'll go when they call me, I guess. I'm going to get drunk first, though. If you'll excuse me.
Person.
Phew, some fight. Reminds me why I left Orzammar in the first place.
Thanks for helping with the battle.
Hey, anything for Redcliffe, right? Whatever. First thing I'm gonna do is get some sleep. For about a week. Go celebrate or whatever it is you're gonna do. You won, right? You're a hero. Or something.
Or something. I had a bar. Tavern. Look all the militia.
Big battle.
I don't think I'll ever understand what those things were. So it seems. And I don't want to.
I got a cousin in Ban Theron's army too.
I'm only glad we
haven't
came
heard
through.
If he's alive yet or not?
Probably not. Terran Loghain carved through him like a hot knife, I hear.
That isn't good news. Poor sods.
What is that? I wonder if that elf survived. It's Thomas.
admit, for a while, I didn't think either of us would survive. It's good to see you did.
I believe I made a promise.
You mean about helping me leave? I wouldn't hold you to that. You've already done so much for us.
You can do better than this, please.
What do you have in mind?
500 silver. That's 5 sovereigns. Should be enough to start a new life.
You jest, surely. Why not simply throw all our coin into the river?
We can afford this much.
Oh, have it your way, then.
That could get me to Denerim. What would you want in return for such a gift?
Your thanks is enough.
Thank you. I can never repay this, but I'll think of a way. I swear.
I have 10 sovereign now. Kind of made our money back. See, Morgan, don't be too upset.
It is sad to think of how much death there has been here. But we have saved the village beyond all expectations. You have done well, my friend. I will remain here to guard the village and receive any fellow knights as they continue to return. At least until the castle is retaken.
Odd how quiet the castle looks from here. You would think there was nobody inside at all. But I shouldn't delay things further. I had a plan. To enter the castle after the village was secure. There is a secret passage here, in the mill, accessible only to my family.
That's convenient.
Perhaps I should have gone into the castle earlier, but I could not leave the villagers. Maker's breath.
Tigan, thank the Maker, you yet live.
Isolde, you're alive. How did you... What has happened?
I do not have much time to explain. I slipped away from the castle as soon as I saw the battle was over, and I must return quickly. And I need you to return with me, Tigan. Alone.
Any more of an explanation than that? Why don't we all go to the castle?
What? Who is this man, Tigan?
You remember me, Lady Isolde, don't you?
Alistair. Of all the... Why are you here?
They are Grey Wardens, Isolde. I owe them my life.
Pardon me, I would exchange pleasantries, but... Considering the circumstances...
Please, Lady Isolde, we had no idea anyone was even alive within the castle. We must have some answers.
I know you need more of an explanation, but I don't know what is safe to tell. Tigan, there is a terrible evil within the castle. The dead waken and haunt the living. The maid responsible was caught, but still it continues. And I think Connor is going mad. We have survived, but he won't flee the castle. He has seen so much death. You must help him, Tigan. You are his uncle. You could reason with him. I do not know what else to do.
Why do I get the feeling you're not telling us everything? What about Arleman? Is he still alive? Tell me about this mage you mentioned.
He is an infiltrator, I think. One of the castle staff. We discovered he was poisoning my husband. That is why Eamon fell ill.
Eamon was poisoned?
He claims an agent of Terran Logain's hired him. He may be lying, however. I cannot say.
Another Logain agent. Jeez, he's very evil. Has his roots and everything. What about Arleman? Is he still alive?
He is. He is being kept alive so far, thank the Maker.
Kept alive? Kept alive by what?
Something the mage unleashed. So far it allows Eamon, Connor, and myself to live. The others were not so fortunate. It killed so many, and turned their bodies into walking nightmares. Once it was done with the castle, it struck the village. It wants us to live, but I do not know why. It allowed me to come for you, Tigan, because I begged, because I said Connor needed help.
Do you think this evil could be some kind of demon?
I do not know. Oh, Maker's mercy. Could it truly be a demon? I can't let it hurt my Connor. You must come back with me, Tegan. Please.
Enough questions. We must decide what
The king is dead, and we need my brother now more than ever. I will return to the castle with you, Isolde.
Thank the Maker. Bless you, Tegan. Bless you.
It seems you have little choice.
I have no illusions of dealing with this evil alone. You, on the other hand, have proven quite formidable. Isolde, can you excuse us for a moment? We must confer in private before I return to the castle with you.
Please do not take too long. I will be by the bridge.
Here's what I propose. I go in with Isolde, and you enter the castle using the secret passage. My signet ring unlocks the door. Perhaps I will distract whatever evil is inside and increase your chances of getting in unnoticed. What do you say?
What exactly am I supposed to do in there?
I wish I knew. I don't know any more about this evil force than Isolde seems to. Sir Perth and his men can watch for danger at the castle entrance. If you can open the gates from within, they can move in and help you. I don't think there's anyone else who can help you. If you choose not to go, then it's up to me to do what I can. Here is my signet ring. It will open the lock on the door in the mill. Whatever you do, Eamon is the priority here. If you have to, just get him out of there. Isolde, me, and anyone else, we are expendable.
Of course you're expendable. I don't believe that. I'll rescue you all. I promise. Maybe except Murdoch, but the rest of you, yeah, maybe. I'll rescue you.
You are a good man. The Maker smiled on me indeed when he sent you to Redcliffe.
So we are just going to send him with that woman? It seems so dangerous.
But I can delay no longer. Allow me to bid you farewell. And good luck.
Good luck.
Move along, friend.
What are you standing here
Thank
for?
you.
You might be a Bolton quest. Maybe. Love letter. Why is this love letter in a wood world? That is a secret passage. And we're in the castle.
I wonder who built this stone and why.
Hello? Who's there? Is there anyone alive out there? Wait, you don't look like the Arlessa's guards. Are you from outside the castle?
Possibly. Who are you supposed to be? Are you the mage Lady Isolde mentioned?
You've spoken to her? Then you know what I did.
She said you poisoned
I'm
the
not
Arl.
proud of my deed. Poisoning Arl Eamon was what I was hired to do. Lady Isolde had no idea when she took me in to tutor her son, of course.
What? What about all the walking corpses?
I know it looks suspicious, but I'm not responsible for the creatures and the killings in the castle. I was already imprisoned when all that began. At first, Lady Isolde came here with her men, demanding that I reverse what I'd done. I thought she meant my poisoning of the Arl. That's the first I heard about the walking corpses. She thought I'd summoned a demon to torment her family and destroy Redcliffe. She had me tortured. There was nothing I could do or say that would appease her. So they left me to rot.
Why did you poison Arl?
I was instructed to by Teran Loghain. I was told that Arl Eamon was a threat to Ferelden, that if I dealt with him, Loghain would settle matters with the Circle. You see, I'm a Maleficar, a blood mage.
You? A blood mage? Truly? I would never have guessed.
A blood mage? Well, that isn't good.
I dabbled in the forbidden arts, and they condemned me to death for it. I thought Loghain was giving me a chance to redeem myself. But he's abandoned me here, hasn't he? Everything's fallen apart, and I'm responsible. I have to make it right somehow. I have to.
Why did they all else need a mage to tutor her son?
Connor had started to show signs. Lady Isolde was terrified the Circle of Magi would take him away for training.
Connor? A mage? I can't believe it.
She sought an apostate, a mage outside the Circle, to teach her son in secret so he could learn to hide his talent. Her husband had no idea.
I see. I think I understand. Perhaps her son is responsible for what happened. Wynne has no idea his son has abilities.
No, she was adamant that he never find out. She said that he'd do the right thing, even if it meant losing their son, and that infuriated her.
Perhaps her son is responsible for what happened.
I thought that too. Connor has little knowledge of magic, but he may have done something to tear open the veil. With the veil to the Fade torn, spirits and demons could infiltrate the castle. Powerful ones could kill and create those walking corpses.
How much magic did you teach Connor?
But he's still very young. He can barely cast a minor spell, never mind something more powerful. At least not intentionally. Like I said, he may have torn the veil accidentally. If he's involved in this at all, I really don't know.
I see. I think I understand. Why would Isolde be frightened of her son becoming a mage?
Because he would be taken away forever. A mage cannot inherit a title, even the son of a powerful Arl. She's also a pious woman. Her son having magic was humiliating.
Okay, now I understand.
I never meant for it to end like this. I swear. Let me help you fix this.
I say this boy could still be of use to us, but if not, then let him go. Why keep him prisoner here?
Hey, let's not forget he's a blood mage. You can't just set a blood mage free.
Better to slay him. Better to punish him for his choices. Is this Alistair who speaks, or the Templar?
I'd say it's common sense. We don't even know the whole story yet.
He wishes to redeem himself. Doesn't everyone deserve that chance?
Like yourself, you mean?
Everyone deserves a chance to redeem themselves in the Maker's eyes. This man, no less than any.
I don't know. He is a blood mage. But this is an unusual situation.
Give me a chance, please.
Jeez, the debate. So how will he make things right?
Well, I tried to save anyone still up there. There must be something I can do.
And after that, what happens?
Afterwards, I assume I'll be arrested, or executed, or whatever people like me get. I'm tired of running from the Circle. I need to account for what I've done.
That's commendable, if it's
I'm glad
true.
you think so. So what now?
I think you'll stay in the cell.
Then I
for
will
now.
wait. If you change your mind, I will be here.
Yep. We're in the castle now. Nice. That's a danger kit. Nice. This is one small room with a giant bed.
Please, don't hurt me!
calm down. I'm not going to hurt you.
I'm sorry. I'm so frightened. These monsters are everywhere. My name's Valena. The Arlessa's maid. Is she all right? What happened to everyone?
Valena? The Smith's daughter?
You know my father. I want to go back to the village. Is there a way out of here?
There's a tunnel leading out into the dungeon.
But the monsters!
I've killed most of them. It's safe.
I'll find my way. I can run fast and I know the castle. Thank you.
Boom. My bad. Onward to the main room. Main hall. Main floor.
So these are our visitors. The ones you told me about, Mother.
Yes, Connor.
And this is the one who defeated my soldiers. The ones I sent to reclaim my village.
Yes.
And now it's staring at me. What is it, Mother? I can't see it well enough.
This is a dwarf, Connor. You've seen dwarves before. We've had them here at the castle.
Have them? For dinner, maybe? Looks like a tough shoe. Maybe in a nice stew. Shall I send it to the kitchen, Mother?
Connor, I beg you. Don't hurt anyone.
Mother? What's happening? Where am I?
Oh, thank the Maker. Connor, can you hear me?
Get away from me, fool-woman! You are beginning to bore me.
Grey Warden, please don't hurt my son. He's not responsible for what he does.
So he is the evil you spoke of. Everyone's protected him this entire time? What did you do with Ben Tegan?
Here I am. Here am I!
I like him better this way. No more yelling. Now he amuses me.
Connor didn't mean to do this. It was that mage, the one who poisoned Deamon. He started all this. He summoned this demon. Connor was just trying to help his father.
And made a deal with the demon to do so? Foolish child.
It was a fair deal. Father is alive, just as I wanted. Now it's my turn to sit on the throne and send out armies to conquer the world. Nobody tells me what to do anymore.
Nobody tells him what to do. Nobody!
Quiet, Uncle! I warned you what would happen if you kept shouting, didn't I? Yes, I did. But let's keep things civil. This man will have the audience he seeks. Tell us, what have you come here for?
Nobody tells him what to do. Nobody! I came here to help if I could.
To help me? To help Father? To help yourself? Which?
To help people you've terrorized. To help the Arl, of course.
So you're a concerned well-wisher. Why didn't you say that in the first place? All this sneaking around and killing is so unnecessary. But Father is so very ill. We really shouldn't disturb him. Isn't that right, Mother?
I don't think...
Of course you don't! Ever since you sent the knights away, you do nothing but deprive me of my fun. Frankly, it's getting dull. I crave excitement and action. This man spoiled my sport by saving that stupid village, and now he'll repay me.
Couldn't we all just get along? No?
I don't want to kill you. Morgan. So that's not me.
Make him be praised.
Tegan. Oh, Tegan. Are you all right?
I am better now, I think. My mind is my own again.
Blessed Andraste. I would never have forgiven myself had you died. Not after I brought you here. What a fool I am. Please. Connor's not responsible for this. There must be some way we can save him.
He knew about this all along. I'm not about to kill a child.
Clearly the child is an abomination. There is only one way to stop it.
He's not always the demon you saw. Connor is still inside him, and sometimes he breaks through. Please, I just want to protect him.
Isn't that what started this? You hired the mage to teach Connor in secret, to protect him.
If they discovered Connor had magic, then they'd take him away. I thought if he learned just enough to hide it, then...
What are our options? Where's Connor now? Where did he run?
I think he ran upstairs, to the family quarters.
Violence scares him. I know that sounds strange. He may have run up to his room, or
he might be waiting in an ambush. I doubt that. Where's Harleen?
Upstairs in his room. I think the demon has been keeping him alive.
So if we destroy the demon, then...
Then my husband may perish. Yes.
What are our options?
I wouldn't normally suggest slaying a child, but he's an abomination. I'm not sure there's any choice.
We can't kill a young boy, demon or no demon. Please don't say we're considering that.
Connor is my nephew. But he is also possessed by a demon. Death would be merciful.
No? What about the mage? He could know something of this demon. If he still lives, we could speak to him.
Death would be merciful. He's still down in the dungeon, alive.
Then we should bring him here immediately. I do not know how much we can trust him. But we must find out what he knows. Tegan, could you find him?
I will try. Though if he resists, I will not hesitate to kill him. I'll return shortly.
You're lucky to be alive, Jowan. After all you've done.
I didn't summon any demon, Lady Isolde. But I did poison the owl, and that started all this. I'm willing to help if you'll let me. The demon in Connor needs to be destroyed. Killing Connor is the easiest way to do that, certainly. But there is another way. A mage could confront the demon in the Fade without hurting Connor himself.
What do you mean? Is the demon not within Connor?
Not physically. The demon approached Connor in the Fade while he dreamt and controls him from there. We can use the connection between them to find the demon.
You can enter the Fade, then? And kill the demon without hurting my boy?
No, but I can enable another mage to do so. It normally requires lyrium and several mages. But I have... blood magic.
I think I'll allow you cast spell. Blood magic is forbidden. It's not an option.
There's a way. I must know it. Please. Tell us what you mean, Jowan.
Lyrium provides the power for the ritual, but I can take that power from someone's life energy. This ritual requires a lot of it, however. All of it, in fact.
So, someone must die? Someone must be sacrificed?
Yes, and then we send another mage into the Fade. I can't enter because I'm doing the ritual. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. It's not much of an option.
Is there no other method?
Power has to come from somewhere, and that means either lyrium or blood.
Then let it be my blood. I will be the sacrifice.
What? Isolde, are you mad? Deamon would never allow this.
Either someone kills my son to destroy that thing inside him, or I give my life so my son can live. To me, the answer is clear.
Blood magic. How can more evil be of any help here? Two wrongs don't make a right.
It does seem like a sensible choice, with a willing participant.
Connor is blameless in this. He should not have to pay the price.
It's up to you, my friend. You know more about such things than I do, and it's your companion going into the Fade. The decision is yours.
Or option 3.
You can find lyrium and more mages at the Circle of Magi, if they would even do it.
The Circle Tower's not far from here, and they own
The tower is about a day's journey across the lake. You could attempt to get the mages' help.
But what will happen here? Connor will not remain passive forever.
I will take that
Very
chance.
well. I will keep Jowan here as a precaution. He says he wants to help, so he will keep an eye on Connor with us. Go to the tower quickly, then. The longer you are away, the greater the chances of disaster.
Yes, sir. I'll be right back then. Hey, a book. The Orlesian Empire. It's pretty interesting. Alistair's mother amulet. Before we head out to the Mage Tower, I'm pulling back Wynne. Show up, Steve.
Indeed.
Yes.
World map. Let's head to the Circle Tower. And we're
Dark
attacked.
spawn, straight ahead. All you've
Alistair just decapitated that Hurlock.
And stay down.
And stay down. Look at all those demons. Yeah, so much. Nice, take him down. Wow, he just instantly fell down. Oh, nice execution. Watch out for those traps. You know, I mean to take that short bow. Even though I should probably start hoarding weapons.
I fell.
Are you alright? No, really? You're very observant. Are you alright?
For a moment there, I thought it was all over.
Thought what was all over? You need rest, that's all.
I will explain everything when we are back at camp. Now is not the time.
Okie dokie, Wynne. Alistair's like, we got it. You think she's okay? I'm not so sure. Let's continue our march to the Circle Tower. coming up on that.
Welcome back, friend. You'll be glad to learn that the circle is well on its way to recovery.
You know that debt that you owe me? There we go. I'm coming to collect. Oh, also, I know of a dwarf from Ozmar that wishes to study here.
Ozmar? Indeed. You have piqued my curiosity. It is common knowledge that dwarves lack the aptitude for spellcraft. She will never be able to weave the simplest magic, no matter how hard she tries.
Well, I don't think she minds. She still wants to learn, though. All she wants is to study the theory of magic. I don't think she minds.
Fascinating. I suppose the circle should be flattered.
She's willing to give up caste and clan for this. She wants to learn. That's a worthy goal.
I cannot deny anyone, dwarf or human, the chance to learn. Knowledge should not be withheld from those who seek it. Tell Dagna of Orzammar that this path will not be easy. But if she chooses it, then she is welcome here at the Circle. She will live and study with the Tranquil, and perhaps the apprentices, when it is appropriate.
Thank you, First Enchanter. She's going to be overjoyed.
If only the Circle was in better shape. I fear she may be disappointed when she arrives.
Perhaps, but it was her choice to make. You'll have an extra pair of hands to help her build.
This will be interesting. She could tell us much about our dwarven neighbors. Yes, the more I think about it, the more I like the idea. I shall take this as an indication that perhaps things are starting to look up for the Circle. Thank you.
Oh, and just for the upside to turn bad, I have something else I need to ask you. Is there anything else I can do for you?
You've already done much for the Circle. Now you must see to your duty as a Grey Warden.
Yeah, but now I must ask for an assist, for a favor.
I wish you well. Know you will always be welcome here. Welcome back, friend. You'll be glad to learn that the Circle is well on its way to recovery.
Can the Circle go to Redcliffe to save a possessed child?
The child is possessed. But killing the demon would mean killing the... Unless you intend to enter the Fade. Yes, it can be done with a group of mages. I shall gather what mages I can, and we shall leave promptly. A life is at stake.
I'm going to switch out my mage in the party too.
I think I owe you an explanation for what happened earlier.
I was about to, bring that up. Just maybe. That you do indeed. I mean, when you collapse in battle? Yes, you have me quite worried.
You should know that something happened to me at the tower before you came along. Remember my apprentice, Petra? She encountered a demon in the tower. It would have killed her had I not intervened. I saved her life that day, but I did not survive that encounter with the demon.
Player standing here. This case of death is taking a while to kick in.
Let me explain fully. I engaged a very powerful demon to rescue Petra. It sapped me of all my energy and will and left me drained. It took everything I had to defeat it. And when I was done, I no longer had the strength to keep my heart beating. I remember my life ebbing away. Everything receded from me. Sound, light. I remember being enveloped in complete, impenetrable darkness. And then I sensed a presence enfolding me and cradling me, whispering quietly to me. The sensation is impossible to describe. I was being held back, firmly but gently, as a mother would a child, eager to slip from her grasp. I felt life and warmth flowing through my veins again. I began to be aware of small sounds and the discomfort of my hip pressing into the cold stone of the tower floor.
And also how loud Steve barks. My god. That is an amazing story. So you're never really completely dead then?
The Fade contains spirits both benevolent and malicious. The benevolent spirits seldom make themselves known, because they want nothing from mortals, unlike the demons. It was one of these spirits that saved me. Without it, I would be dead. And it has not left me. It is with me, even now, bonded to me. You see, I am supposed to be dead. It is the spirit that is keeping me in this world. And this is not the way of things. Perhaps the spirit did not expect this, but it is weakening gradually. I am living on borrowed time.
So we must make the best of that time. I can't believe you kept... Man, you and Alice are both keeping secrets from me. I mean, Liliana too, about her being an Orlesian bard. But I feel like this is a little bit beyond that, just a little bit. How long will the spirit last?
I do not know. I can feel when the spirit weakens, so I should have fair warning. But come, let us not talk about this. There is time yet.
Artie.
Yes.
Indeed.
Back to Redcliffe then. Why you go all the way around?
Ah, a fellow traveler of the fair lands. Are you a seeker, perchance? My packs are light, but I have a tome of strange origin. The Deus V Eternus, rumored to be the last message to a sinful world from the Maker himself.
You sell a few copies in Circle
I
2?
have no idea what you're talking about, and neither do these large men carrying swords. Get them!
Probably scamming a lot of people. Okay, now back to castle. I agree. Okay, let's get this party underway.
Ah, there you are. We have brought lyrium and begun preparations for the ritual. We can start any time.
Do you have any last minute advice?
It truly depends on the manner of demon. It sounds like a spirit of greed and desire, one of the more powerful in the hierarchy. It will likely engage you in dialogue and tempt you with an offer. Avoid it. Making deals with demons never turns out well.
I agree. So only one person can go through?
Yes. We haven't sufficient lyrium at present to send more than one mage into the Fade.
Aw, so not me. Are you sure this is the
It
only
only
way?
works because the child gave himself to the demon willingly. If the demon takes over the host forcibly, we must slay the abomination. We have only enough lyrium for one attempt. I hope you succeed. Such a young lad deserves better than execution.
Let's do this
I'm
now.
glad we decided to take this route. This is really the best option.
Very well. Who will go into the Fade?
We got Morgan, we got Wynne, we got Irving. Well, you know, Jowan started all this, so I think Jowan should end it.
What? Me? Are you sure?
Loose a blood mage into the Fade to meet a demon. What if he takes control of it?
This is Jowan's chance to redeem himself.
You trust too much and too quickly, but I shall do as you ask.
I'll do my best. I promise.
Best will be enough.
Father! Where are you?
Curse this blasted darkness! Why can I see nothing? You there? Have you seen my son? I can hear him, but I cannot find him. This blasted fog has me turning in circles.
Try to get through the Arl.
Eamon, do you remember me?
You traitor!
I guess you do.
Stay away from my son! Stay away! Connor, we must flee! Where are you? Is that you?
I don't think he's that was Connor. Just saying. So then I had an inkling. Oh, hey, it's Connor.
Who are you? Are you the one that made Father ill? Tell me now.
Ask where the demon
So,
is.
seen any demons around lately?
Fool! You won't get near. I won't let you.
Right away.
Let's see. Oh man, here we go. Old man screaming.
You're the one making Father sick!
Am I dead? Am I dreaming? I don't understand any of this.
Why do you keep hurting me? Why are you trying to stop me?
We don't have to fight. I just want to save Connor and Eamon.
I will not speak with you! Trespasser! I will drive you out!
Dang demons.
Why can I see nothing?
The hell? Hello, Connor.
Father wanders, seeking me, trapped within my web. All is as it should be. Why must you interfere?
Reason with this entity.
Everything ends. They'll never let you get away with this.
Connor invited her to come, and they struck a bargain. She has every right to do as she wishes. No, it is time for you to go now. Do not persist, or things will go very badly for you.
I don't think I can do that.
You did it. Uh-oh. Is that safe? Let's go in.
Very well. No more illusions. Now we meet face to face. You see my true form, and stand in my domain. It is here I am most powerful. And yet I have no wish to engage your power, nor should you be so eager to engage mine. Perhaps we should converse instead.
Nice camera. Force a final confrontation.
I've been given a chance to do something good for a change. I'm not going to throw it away.
Alas, that is sad. Very well then. If you wish a battle, you will have it. Let us see if your power matches your boldness, creature.
Let's start off with ice. Magic power. Cool.
Right away.
Yeah. Don't step on the trap or I'll break my mother's back. We're trucking. We're trucking. Winter. 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 Winter ain't happening. Everything's bouncing off her. This isn't fun anymore.
I can give that to you.
I can pull my health back from it.
Who wants their hair on fire?
This is thrilling combat. Thrilling. And I win. Very engaging combat. But Jowin's the winner. Or Join.
I forget how you say his name.
So it is over. Connor is his old self. He does not seem to remember anything, which is a blessing. I suppose we will need to send him to the Circle of Magi's tower for training once the war is over. It's so odd to think of the boy as a mage, of all things. Deamon has much to mourn and rebuild should he recover. But at least he can be thankful that both his son and wife are safe.
I owe you my deepest thanks. I can scarcely believe Connor is the boy he once was.
There is still the matter of Jowin. You trusted him and he saved Connor's life. I am unsure of what to make of that. We will hold him for Deamon to decide his fate. If he doesn't recover, Jowin's fate is sealed. What do you think?
Jowin. Why do you want my opinion?
You spoke with him, have you not? You know what he has done better than I do, even.
Well, I mean, yes, he brought this all, down. Even though I feel like the boy would have been possessed either way, because he was just hidden from the circle. But yes, Jowin escalated things quite a lot. But he also did save the boy. So, would you find him useful?
I would not trust him, but I would not presume to tell my brother what to do.
I would have him released.
Released? Are you mad? Why would you do such a thing?
I agree with Isolde. He's a Maleficar. We cannot simply unleash him on the land and ignore his crimes.
Why not? This isn't your problem. Don't forget that he risked his life to save Connor.
Perhaps you are correct. But that is Eamon's decision, not mine. I'm sorry. Jowin stays in the dungeon for now. But our task is not done yet. Whatever the demon did to my brother, it seems to have spared his life, but he remains comatose. We cannot wake him.
The urn of sacred ashes will save Deamon.
I will seek out this urn. Isn't there some other way to heal? The urn is legend, it may never be found. I will seek out this urn.
I am grateful for your eagerness to help restore my husband. Find Brother Genitivi, the scholar, in Denerham. He has been researching the urn's location for several years now. The knights that returned say they were unable to find Genitivi. But perhaps the Maker will lead you to him.
I must go to the hall and begin rebuilding. I wish you luck, and may the Maker go with you.
Genitivi. Okay.
Now it's time to get the urn. Dumont rises.
I think we should head back to camp now. Aveline. The Aveline?
You're the one who saved me.
Actually, it was Joanne.
He did? I didn't know that. I hope Father gets better soon. He will. Won't he?
I thought Morgan was a servant. Sweet. I should have Steve mark that landmark. Let's head to camp.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe.
You were there. You saw what happened.
Yes, I know. I've had some time to think about it now. I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Jarl's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. It makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owed the Jarl that much.
If we could stop the blight, we'll save much more. You want to stop me to say this? I didn't do it to please you. If we can stop the blight, we'll save so much more.
You're right. Hopefully, by that time, there's still enough of Ferelden left to save. Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh, wait, it's not Tuesday, is it? Really?
And his mother's amulet.
This is my mother's amulet. It has to be. Why isn't it broken? Where did you find it?
I found it in Redcliffe Castle in the study.
The Jarl's study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. And he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that?
Maybe he meant to give it back to you. Perhaps you mean more to him than you think? More to him than you think?
Maybe he did. He might even have brought it with him one of the times he came to see me at the monastery. Not that I would have given him a chance, as belligerent as I was to him. Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity. I'll need to talk to him about this if he recovers from his... When he recovers, that is. I wish I'd had this a long time ago. Did you remember me mentioning it? Wow. I'm more used to people not really listening when I go on about things.
You're a friend. Of course I remembered. Sorry, did you say something? Of course I remember.
I don't know what to say. I'm honored. Thanks again.
It is.
I have been mistaken.
Oh? You only noticed this now? What do you mean?
You are a soldier worthy to stand among the Beresad. I did not think so when we first met.
I'm not really a soldier, you know. Thank you. What changed your mind?
You did, of course. The day will come when the Arishok sends us here. On that day, I will not look to find you on the battlefield.
You think Canary will invade Ferelden? That's a terrifying thought.
In time. There is no point in dwelling on it. We should move on.
Let's go. What were you quoting?
The writings of the Ashkari Koslan. The Kyun. It is the path to wisdom.
What is the Kyun exactly? And you have it mesmerized? Memorized? Yeah, there's the word. Well, I have no wisdom if I heard it. What is the Kyun exactly?
Ask a Tamasran. They know how to explain things to children. It is not for me to teach the Kyun.
Okay.
As you wish.
Want to talk dog?
Yes, it is good to have my sword at my side again. I call her Asala, the soul, my soul. She is forged from rare blue steel and has served me faithfully for many years. Yes, you understand what it is like to have a weapon that is part of you. Few others do.
I don't want to talk to you.
Come to talk to old Ogren, have you? Don't know why.
I'd like to know more about you.
What about?
Are you sure you're fine with what happened with Bronca?
Oh, sure. I'm fine with it. I mean, she was a real firebrand between the sheets, but a bit soft in the skull, you know what I mean? Explains why she left, anyway.
You're handling this well. She's not broken up over it? I imagine she wasn't that crazy when she left. Why would she leave a prize bull like yourself?
Woman was a few columns short of a haul, you know? I mean, she leaves me and flits about with that water-tart Hespeth. What she got that I don't? Just the thought of the two of them together, kissing and licking and intertwined on the floor of the deep roads. I'm just gonna go back to the tent for a moment. Excuse me.
Very, very sticky tent.
So,
Hey,
tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
Do you want to know? Spirit that being a cast this tunnel rat and Osmar.
I have learned a little of the strict caste system of the dwarves, and I apologize for saying this, but it seems terribly backward. Regardless of what happened in your past, I am glad you found a place with the Wardens, as I'm sure you are too.
Osmar was too small for me. I'm bound for greater things. Of course, the ancestors willed it. It is nice to see. It is nice to be seen as something other than a brand. That it is nice to be seen as something other than a brand.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Indeed.
Boom.
Indeed.
Bob.
Yes.
Borg. Did I have this as my team? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah.
Our tribe fights for you, Warden.
Hey. Thanks, Dalish. Nice little skirmish. Time to head to dinner room.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Seeing as we're in Denerim now, I'm wondering if we might be able to look someone up.
You're a friend. You have a friend outside the Grey Wardens?
I'm not talking about a friend, exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret, after all. But, after I became a Great Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
That's wonderful news.
She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
What are you expecting she'll do?
I'm not sure. I don't know anything about her except her name and where she lives. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
No promises.
If we have time, I would like to look for Marjolaine. We have a score to settle. There are many great tales of lost kings who return to their lands to reign in glory.
I am not lost, nor for that matter, a king. And there's nothing glorious about me.
You are Merrick's son. You are the rightful king of Ferelden.
I am the son of a starstruck maid and an indiscreet man who just happened to be king. Look, I can't be king. Some days I have trouble figuring out which boot goes on which foot.
Complete fools are made leaders of kingdoms all the time, and you're not a complete fool.
What an utter relief.
And don't worry about the boots. Kings don't need to dress themselves. That's what advisors are for, isn't it?
And starstruck maids, apparently.
I guess Sense is right here. Why not help Liliana out?
They're all so eager to die.
I guess I know I was walking to. Nice.
Trap right ahead.
I'll go through it.
Oh, so lovely to see you again, my dear. Spare me the pleasantries. I know you're...
Oh, you must excuse the shabby accommodations. I try to be a good host, but you see what I have to work with. This country smells like wet dog everywhere. I cannot get the smell out. Even now it is in my hair, my clothes. Ugh.
Ferelden doesn't smell like wet dog. Why did you send assassins after Liliana?
So businesslike, your companion.
You framed me, had me caught, and tortured. I thought that in Ferelden I would be free of you, but it seems I am not. What happened to make you hate me so? Why do you want me dead so badly?
Dead? Nonsense. I know you, my Liliana. I know what you are capable of. 4 or 5 men you can dispatch easily. They were sent to give you cause to come to me. And see, here you are.
I suppose you could have just sent a letter.
You are so transparent. What are you up to, Marjolaine? Why are you in Ferelden?
In truth, you have knowledge that you can use against me. For my own safety, I cannot let you be. Did you think I did not know where you were? Did you think I would not watch, my Liliana? What is she up to, I thought? The quiet life, the peasant clothes, hair ragged and messy like a boy. This is not her. You were planning something, I told myself, so I watched. But no letters were sent, no messages, you barely spoke to anyone. Clever, Liliana, very clever. You almost had me fooled. But then, you left the Chantry so suddenly. What conclusion should I draw? You tell me.
You think I left because of you? You think I still have some plan for revenge? You are insane. Paranoid.
No, everything is about you, Marjolaine. The blaze what concerns Liliana now.
Oh, is that what you think? If I were you, I would believe nothing she says. Not a one. She will use you. You look at her and you see a simple girl, a friend, trusting and warm. It is an act.
I am not you, Marjolaine. I left because I didn't want to become you.
Oh, but you are me. You cannot escape it. No one will understand you the way I do, because we are one and the same. Do you know why you were a master manipulator, Liliana? It is because you enjoyed the game. You reveled in the power it gave you. You cannot change or deny this.
That part of Liliana's life is over. I trust Liliana no matter what you say. That part of Liliana's life is over.
Thank you. You will not threaten me or my friends again, Marjolaine. I want you out of my life forever.
Liliana has put the past behind her. You should too.
Leave Ferelden. Go back to Arlay and never return. What you do is no longer my concern.
I see. I will go, for now. But you carry a dangerous secret of mine, Liliana. It is not over. Not for us.
She's gone. I don't know what to think. She said it wasn't over. No, she was lying. She won't come back. I need some time to myself. We will talk later.
Okay. That was easy. So that's a thief.
That's
go done.
my sister's house. I'm almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Could we go and see?
Wouldn't you rather meet her on your own?
Do I seem a little nervous? I am. I really don't know what to expect. I'd like you to be there with me if you're willing. Or we could leave, I suppose. We really don't have time to pay a visit, do we? Maybe we should go.
Fine, let's see if she's home.
Will she even know who I am? Does she even know I exist? My sister. That sounds very strange. Sister. Oh, now I'm babbling. Maybe we should go. Let's go. Let's just go. Hello?
Hey, you have linens to wash? I charge 3 bits on a bundle. You won't find better. And don't trust what that Natalia woman tells you either. She's foreign and she'll rob you blind.
I'm not here to have any wash done. My name's Alistair. Well, this may sound sort of strange, but are you Gordana? If so, I suppose I'm your brother.
My what? I am Goldana, yes. How do you know my name? What kind of tomfoolery are you folk up to?
He's telling the truth. Listen to him. Are you sure your information was correct? Are you sure your information was correct, Alistair?
Yes, I think so. I'm sure of it, in fact. Look, our mother, she worked as a servant in Redcliffe Castle a long time ago before she died. Do you know about that?
You! I knew it! They told me you was dead. They told me the babe was dead along with mother, but I knew they was lying.
They told you I was dead? Who? Who told you that?
Them's at the castle. I told them the babe was the king's and they said he was dead. Gave me a coin to shut my mouth and sent me on my way. I knew it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. The babe didn't die. I'm him. I'm your brother.
For all the good it does me. You killed Mother, you did, and I've had to scrape by all this time. That coin didn't last long, and when I went back, they ran me off.
I don't think this was a good idea. So is she everything you expected, Alistair?
And who in the Maker's name are you? Some dwarf carrying all his riches, I expect?
Hey, don't speak to him that way. He's my friend, and a Grey Warden, just like me.
Oh, I see. A prince and a Grey Warden, too. Well, who am I to think poorly of someone so high and mighty compared to me? I don't know you, boy. Your royal father forced himself on my mother and took her away from me. And what do I got to show for it? Nothing. They tricked me good. I should have told everyone. I got 5 mouths to feed. And unless you can help with that, I got less than no use for you.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say.
Goldana, Alistair came here hoping to find his family.
Well? So he's found it. I'm his sister. But what are you to me, boy? Except the one who took my mother away,
You think I wished her dead? I never wanted that. I didn't have the life you think I did, Goldana.
I suppose not. A bastard is still a bastard, isn't he? But... brother or no, I've got 5 mouths to feed and no time to spare until they are.
And let me promise you this, Goldana. I'll do whatever I can. Speak to whomever I have to ensure you and your children are taken care of.
That sounds all well and fine. But you'll have to forgive me if I don't exactly hold my breath.
You have my promise. I can't give you more than that. Let's go. I want to go. Goodbye, sister. Well, that was not what I expected, to put it lightly. I lived up to my promise, I suppose, but this is the family I've been wondering about all my life? I can't believe it. I guess I was expecting her to accept me without question. Isn't that what family is supposed to do? I feel like a complete idiot.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry it turned out like this. Everyone is out for themselves. You should learn that. Don't need her. You have others who care for you. That's how it goes. We should really get it away. You're an idiot. How naive can you get? I don't know what to say. I'm sorry it turned out like this.
Yes, I'm sorry too. I guess I should have known better. Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I recognize you. From Ostagar. And trust this blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice. You killed my friend. And good King Kalen. I demand satisfaction, sir.
Me? A Grey Warden? Must be mistaken. Satisfaction.
An uncommon traitor deserves no common death. We will meet on the field of honor, and my blade shall see justice done. Meet me in the back alley behind the Nod Noble Tavern. There we will duel.
Very well, if you insist on dying, you'll get your duel. We'll get in charge of this over.
So you would pound slander on top of treason. You dare smear Terran Logain's word.
You use your wits. The words would never help the Darkspawn.
I do not like your tone, sir. But you may be right. I may regret this, but I cannot duel someone who may be guiltless. Leave, Warden. If I find proof, we will meet again.
Okay, now let's find out what happened to Janet TV.
Yes.
Hello.
What are you doing here?
Brother Janet TV, I presume?
No, I'm Waylon, Brother Genitivi's assistant. When you first came in, I was hoping that you had news of Brother Genitivi. Wishful thinking, it seems.
News? What news are you waiting for?
I haven't seen Brother Genitivi in weeks. He sent no word. It's so unlike him. I'm afraid something has happened. Genitivi's research into the urn may have led him into danger.
Do you think he's in trouble because of the urn?
Perhaps the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genitivi's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day. I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genitivi, and they too have disappeared.
Where did you send them? I must go after them. I need the urn of... Pardon? I must go after them. I need the urn for
Now
all
don't
Deamon.
ask me where they went. You'll go after them. And what if ill luck should befall you too? This search is a curse on all of us. Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now.
I'm willing to risk it. Tell me where he went. I need to obtain the ashes or all Deamon will die. Just tell me before I lose my patience. I must obtain the ashes.
So be it. All he said before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Calenhard, investigating something in that area.
Good. I'll head for the inn immediately then. I hope I find the inn. I hope this trail has not gone cold. What exactly was he
I don't know.
investigating?
All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the inn.
But you just said that he spoke to you and told you that.
Yes, of course he told me, but I also went through his things to see if I could find other clues to his whereabouts.
You sound nervous. Hiding something?
That's not true. I told you everything I know. Brother Ginny TV told me about the inn, and that's all.
Us? Who's us?
Us? I mean me. There is no us. Bah! Why do I keep up this charade? I gave you a chance to turn aside and forget you ever heard of Genitivi and the Urn, but you persisted. Now it has come to this. Andraste, forgive me, I do this in your name.
It seems like I stressed him out a bit too much. Dragon cults? Just gotta learn chapter 3 before I learn chapter 4. Wait, learn chapter 4 before I learn chapter 3. Chantry hierarchy. What? The corpse of the real Waylon. Gentine's research. He never went to Lake Calenhad. Instead he went to the Frostback Mountains.
Strange that matters can be so tumultuous and yet the day still be so bright. Oh, my pardon. Just thinking aloud. Are you here for the Chanter's Board?
What do you do here?
I'm Sister Justine, curator of the reliquary of this chantry. And pride again. It is hard to live up to the example of Andraste.
What does a curator do?
The archivist tends the books, and I tend the sacred relics. I also search for more to add to our collection, which is more difficult than it sounds.
There's still relics to be found after all these years.
My thought exactly. But I'm perpetually amazed at how quickly people accept fantastic claims at face value. A hawker on the street will claim to have an actual finger bone of Andraste. In this city alone, you could make the skeleton of 10 prophets from fingers alone. Curators often accept them as genuine. I worry about the authenticity of even our most holy artifacts.
How difficult is it to verify an artifact?
When I was a curator of a much smaller chantry in Orlais, I thought that false relics slipped through because of laziness. But the life of the cloth is never an easy one, and that explanation always seemed hollow to me. Now I believe it's the seduction of the divine. We all want a personal connection to the Maker. We want to believe that what we hold in our hands is the actual sandal that slipped from Andraste's foot before the fires consumed her. Faith is of the heart, not of the head. When the heart is ungoverned by reason, charlatans have powerful tools to deceive.
I've got to go. Farewell. Balancing faith and reason is difficult, though.
And often close to heretical. But I believe that the truth only increases the awe of the Maker and his prophet, not demean it. Even false symbols have the power to inspire, but it seems every year we fall more out of touch with the real Andraste.
You think the Urn of Sacred Ashes is real?
Certainly. My research indicates that all of the ashes were gathered into a pot or urn, but it's been lost for centuries. That doesn't stop hawkers from selling pinches of the ashes of Andraste to gullible pilgrims. The real ashes may still be hidden somewhere, though it's possible the urn broke.
I've got to go.
Of course.
Farewell.
Enjoy your visit to the chantry.
Let's head out of the room.
Message for you, my lord.
What? Who? Good.
More things to deliver. Goodbye.
Village of Haven. Yeah, let's talk to several.
What say you?
Care to answer
By
some
all
questions?
means.
Okay. Tell me a bit about Antiva.
You wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes.
And it has assassins. Don't you ever want to go back?
It's not really a matter of wanting to go back. I cannot go. At least not yet. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
I am from Osamar, of course. Of course, my mother was better than any gem. That's a lie. I'm not from any glittering gem. No.
That is too bad. If you were, then surely you would spend as much time boasting about it as I do. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
Now that is odd. Is that some kind of euphemism?
It may as well be, but not this once, no. I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home more than anything else.
You sound like you've been away from home forever. That's a little bizarre. There's leather everywhere. Sounds like you've been away from home for
Oh,
forever.
not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in a store window. Finest Antivan leather. Perfect craftsmanship. But I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
I asked you about Antiva, not your leather fetish. The job of being killing me, right? Your home is still there,
True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a handsome Grey Warden? A man who then spares my life? I could not.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Even Grey Wardens who spare the lives of assassins? Understood. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
Yes.
Bring it out, so yeah. I'm thinking Wynne, actually, to Morgan. I got sneeze. And maybe Liliana. Yep, this seems like a good party. Now, let's go.
mostly. That was interesting. And draining.
What was that? Did you summon the spirit?
I called forth the spirit that sustains me, so that it could lend us aid. I did not realize it would take this much out of me. It seemed a good idea at the time, if a little rash. I think it may have weakened the spirit a little.
It took you that long to figure it out? So you could kill yourself doing this?
That's certainly conceivable. I suppose I shouldn't be using that particular trick to entertain children at parties.
Are you sure you can control that thing? I don't want you exerting yourself.
I promise I'll be careful. And thank you. Your concern is touching.
Now all we need are a few... What are you doing in Haven? There's nothing for you here.
I have business here. So this is Haven.
What do you want?
Have you heard of the Urn of Sacred Ashes? I'd like to explore Haven for a while. Is there a Brother Genetivi here?
Perhaps revered Father Eirik will know of whom you speak. Unfortunately, he's ministering to the villagers at the moment and cannot be disturbed.
Revered father? I've never heard of this.
It's always been thus in Haven. We do not question tradition.
Are your traditions very different from
Our
ours?
ways are not the ways of the lowland cities.
I have some questions about
Ask
Haven.
and be on your way.
How long have Haven been here? How long has...
Haven's always been here. My family knows no other home.
Who is in charge
Father
of this one?
Eirik is our spiritual leader and guide.
A revered father, huh? That's new. I wonder what this means.
It's always been thus in Haven. We do not question tradition.
I like to explore Haven for
We
a
do not
while.
appreciate lowlanders looking about our home as though it was some sort of zoo.
Why do you have a revered father, priest, or woman?
It's always been thus in Haven. We do not question tradition.
Very
You may
well.
trade
Excuse
for
me.
supplies at the shop if you wish. Then I suggest you and your companions leave.
Did it just get a lot colder, or is it just me?
Come, Bonnie Lynn. Tell us where you've been. Were you up, were you down? Chasing rabbits round the town. Come, Bonnie Lynn. Tell us where you've been. Come, Bonnie Lynn. We've a bed to put you in. It is soft, it is warm. It will shelter from the storm. Come, Bonnie Lynn. Who are you? You shouldn't be here.
Where does
In the
everyone else?
chantry. Mother wanted me to go to the chant, but she doesn't get to tell me what to do anymore. I'm sick of listening to Father Eirik, along with the babies and the girls. Soon I'll be old enough to go up the mountain and...
Father Eirik? Why do you have a male
Don't know.
priest?
Just is that way. Lowlanders don't belong here.
You remind me of Lady Cecily.
Who?
She was an Orlesian lady. My mother served her until she died, and Lady Cecily let me stay instead of turning me out on the street. You are like her in some ways. You have the same poise, the same air of nobility.
Oh, child. I am hardly noble.
I learned that nobility isn't just something you are born with. I have met nobles who are very petty and mean, complete degenerates. Then, They are people with a certain dignity and grace. It draws you to them, no matter who you are or who they are. I think the lowest peasant can have the most noble spirit, and it will always shine through. It is this nobility of spirit that you share with Cecily.
Why, thank you, Liliana. It is very kind of you to say that.
What's next? I've finished.
The altar appears to have been used recently. A pool of blood remains running over the sides and dark
I was
vertex.
not expecting to find something so unsettling.
Used for food preparation, perhaps?
Does meat bleed this
I'm
much?
just trying to be optimistic. The other explanation is slightly more disturbing.
This village is not quite what it seems, is it?
No, I don't think it is.
All the noise and bother.
Very strange. Not as strange as this, though. Be important to someone. Oh, another chest.
What now?
More arrows. Oh.
It's done.
The armor and clothing left on this dismembered man indicate that he was from Redcliffe, one of Arlene's knights. Ah, so that's what happened to their knights. Got murdered by this village of cultists.
There's people in the Chantry. The whole town, maybe.
We are blessed beyond measure. We are chosen by the holy and beloved to be her guardians. This sacred duty is given to us alone. Rejoice, my brethren, and prepare your hearts to receive her. Lift up your voices and despair not, for she will raise her faithful servants to glory when her... Ah, welcome. I heard we had a visitor wandering about the village. I trust you've enjoyed your time in Haven so far? This, my brothers, is what happens when you let an outsider into the village. They have no respect for our privacy. He will tell others of us if we let him. Word will spread, and then what? You, stranger, do not understand our ways. You would bring war to Haven in your ignorance. We don't owe you any explanations for our actions. We have a sacred duty. Failure to protect her would be a greater sin. All will be forgiven.
Enemy ahead. Watch out.
Just to let you know, I was the Brother, yeah, bruh. I know that feeling.
Who are you? They sent you to finish it.
Brother Jen TV?
You're not one of them, thank them, Mega.
I read your notes back
So
in
it
Denver.
seems. They take great pains to keep it well hidden. The leg's not doing so well, and I can't feel my foot.
Wynne, can you
I
help?
can set the leg and ease some of the pain, but he'll need a lot of rest in order to heal.
I don't have time to rest now. I'm so close. The urn is just up that mountain.
How do you know?
My research led me to Haven, and I have heard the villagers talking. I know the urn is here. Haven lies in the shadow of a mountain that holds the urn. There is an old temple there built to protect it. The door is always locked, but I know what that key is. Iric wears a medallion that opens the temple door. I've seen what he does with it.
This medallion?
That is your key. Take me to the mountainside, and I will show you.
Are you sure you can
It is not that far, and will you let me lean on you? For the urn, any pain is worth enduring.
First, let me make sure it's safe.
Wise. There are many more villagers than the ones you've already dealt with. Ah, you're back. Well...
Brother, I think you should know about Waylon.
What about him?
I found his body in your basement. They had him killed, and imposter was in his place.
Oh, poor Waylon. I should never have dragged you into this. Make us take you into his hands, my boy.
There'll be time to... I'm sorry, brother. Waylon died protecting your research.
He believed in me. Even when I lost faith in myself. I will honor his memory. Was there something else you wanted to say?
I'm ready to leave for your temple.
Ah, good. Help me up here. I'll try not to slow us down.
For the temple.
Here we are. Give me the medallion, and let's see if I remember. Yes, you see, it can be manipulated, just like this. And there. A key to open the way.
How do you know how to do that?
There are very few keys like this left in the world, but I have seen some. When you find the right combination, it just feels right. It is hard to explain. Now, let's see if we can open this door. There should be a place to insert this. Oh, what I would give to have seen this hall in all its splendor, as it was meant to be. Still, sweep away the ice and the snow, and traces of beauty remain.
You need to stay alert, brother.
I'm sorry, what? I was a little distracted, I apologize. These carvings were created just after Andraste's death, and they may reveal things about her life that we do not yet know. I think I need more time to study these statues and carvings.
You want to stay here?
I cannot keep up with you with my injuries. I should be safe. I don't think there are any villagers here. Go. I will be all right. Perhaps my destiny was only to lead you to the urn.
Thank you. You've been a great help.
It's my job. Just be careful, that's all I ask. The temple is perilous. I'll be right here if you need me. Now I need something to write on.
Don't me, guys. You're good. It's a full set. Key for that door.
I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
It means that we're supposed to do something. It means I've been chosen to do something.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
You mean to say I serve as a protector?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men. And you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus it is you who serves, not they.
I will keep that in mind.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
So in a way, having power confines you.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome.
I have finished.
Cultist. Ow! I got you. Ooh. Look at that damage. Another save.
The unnatural are always.
Whoa. Bleed kill. Wormling lair. Another autosave. Put the curse on Allison. I command everything. I'll put Allison in the game. I'll take that. Look at that. So easy. Yeah, that's a drink. I want scale. Give them to me. No, two great skills. Give them to me. That is hell fun. Good kills, good kills. It's so silly about Age. Look at all that spell immunity of it. I don't even know what spells he's immune to. Battle mage. Right here. It's like stun. Like bears. Cultist overseer. I'm just gonna run through all of your spells. Yeah. haze.
Stop! You will go no further!
Oh, is that so? You stand aside if you want to live. Oh, is that
You
so?
have defiled our temple. You have spilled the blood of the faithful and slaughtered our young. No more. You will tell me now, intruder, why you have done all this. Why have you come here?
I've come to make sure you never hurt anyone again. Tell me your name, and I'll tell you why I am here.
I am Father Colgrim, leader and guide to the disciples of Andraste. Kill us, and you will face Andraste. She will smell our blood, and the blood of her children on you, and her wrath will be great.
Children? You mean the dragons? Is Andraste a dragon? Andraste is dead. What are you talking about? Children? You mean the dragon?
She is so much more! She is even more glorious than all the old gods combined! The prophet Andraste has overcome death itself, and has returned to her faithful in a form more radiant than you can imagine. Not even the Tevinter Imperium could hope to slay her now. What hope do you have?
You're mad. Andraste is dead. I wish you said the words in Andraste. And what has happened to the ashes?
They are still within this temple, but why do we need ashes when we serve the risen Andraste in all her glory?
You're mad. Andraste is dead. So you can give me the urn?
So you are after the ashes? Perhaps there is a way for you to make up for your desecration of our home and temple.
Why do you suddenly want to cooperate?
It may be because I believe in second chances. All of us stumble through the darkness before being found and shown the light. Perhaps, through Andraste's mercy, her greatest enemy will become her greatest champion.
No, your Andraste will fall before me, as others have.
You dare to threaten the holy and beloved Andraste! You will die before you ever lay eyes on her! To arms, my brethren! Andraste will grant us victory!
Defend yourself!
Our Lady will dine on your entrails!
Good job, Alistair. You and I are one and the same. These also attack us. Okay. Wail on Go to the mountaintop. Let's see this Andraste with my eyes. She can't. I stand corrected. Andraste has risen. Just kidding. Andraste isn't a dragon. I must hit the gong. giant dragon. So low. The falls and draw states so low. We said this doesn't keep through fireballs. We might have this. These bombs. I never used these bombs ever in my playthrough. Because I never really played Rogue. Did it.
You're quite taken with each other, aren't you?
We just killed the dragon. Wynne, I don't want to talk about this right now. You know about Morgan?
Well, she's hardly discreet. The way she looks at you, it's as though she's completely forgotten there's anything of you above the waist.
So what were you going to say about us?
I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought it was going. She is a cunning woman, a maleficar. She will use you for her own ends.
There's more to us than that. You don't know her. It's not your right to judge. No, I trust
I am
Morgan.
telling you what I see and what my instincts tell me. And even if the feelings you share are genuine, this affair may not be the best thing for either of you. You are a Grey Warden. You have responsibilities which supersede your personal desires.
I can handle my responsibilities in my relationships.
Love is ultimately selfish. It demands that one be devoted to a single person who may fully occupy one's mind and heart to the exclusion of all else. A Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else. And then what would you do?
You're making things sound more dire than they are.
Nothing is certain. Not in these times. You cannot take anything for granted. I want you to be aware of this.
I'll consider what you said. Are you trying to get me to end this? I'll consider what you have said.
I am just trying to minimize the suffering that may come to either of you. I have given my advice. Do with it what you will.
Yeah, and I'm going to continue looting this dragon. Like I meant to do. Get into it. The gauntlet.
We must be close. This is holy ground. I can feel it.
bid you welcome, pilgrim.
I am here for the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Who are you?
I am the Guardian, the protector of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I have waited years for this.
For me?
You are the first to arrive in a very long time. It has been my duty, my life, to protect the urn and prepare the way for the faithful who come to revere Andraste. For years beyond counting have I been here, and shall I remain until my task is done and the Imperium has crumbled into the sea.
The Imperium is no longer as powerful as it once was.
Ah, is it not? Then perhaps this is the beginning of the end.
The end? The dragon wasn't really Andraste, right? Or are the men who have taken over the rest of the temple? The dragon wasn't really Andraste, right?
No. Our Andraste has gone to the Maker's side. She will not return. The dragon is a fearsome creature, and they must have seen her as an alternative to the absent Maker and his silent Andraste. A true believer would not require audacious displays of power.
How did the belief spread to the rest of the disciples? What do you know about the disciples of Andraste? How did the belief spread to the rest of the disciples?
It began with an ancestor of the one known as Colgrim. He saw himself as a new prophet, preaching the rebirth. Some disagreed with him. I heard their cries of pain and loss, which were quickly silenced.
Tell me more about the disciples.
When my brethren and I carried Andraste from Tevinter to this sanctuary, we vowed to forever revere her memory and guard her. I have watched generations of my brethren take up the mantle of their fathers. For centuries they did this, unwavering, joyful in their appointed task. But now they have lost their way. They have forgotten Andraste and their promise.
What about you? Who are you?
I am all that remains of the first disciples. I swore I would protect the urn as long as I lived. And I have lived a very long time.
The first disciples. Do you know Andraste?
Did anyone really know her, save the Maker? She would sometimes spend weeks alone in meditation, often without food or water.
Please tell me more about Andraste.
I cannot express in words my love for Andraste. You must seek her out for yourself. Everyone must.
How is it possible you lived so long?
I made a vow to Andraste and to the Maker. My life is tied to the ashes. As long as they remain, so will I.
What can you tell me about the Urn of Sacred Ashes?
You already know that the urn contains the remains of the prophet Andraste. What else is there to tell?
Now wait a second. How do I get to the urn?
You have come to honor Andraste, and you shall, if you prove yourself worthy.
So I have
It
to
is not my place to decide your worthiness. The gauntlet does that. If you are found worthy, you will see the urn and be allowed to take a small pinch of the ashes for yourself. If not...
What is the gauntlet?
The gauntlet tells the true pilgrims from the false. You will undergo 4 tests of faith, and we shall see how your soul fares.
Can you tell me anything else about this
You will
gauntlet?
understand what it is when you face it.
Very well. I'll enter the gauntlet.
Before you go, there is something I must ask. I see that the path that led you here was not easy. There is suffering in your past. Your suffering, and the suffering of others. You rose above your caste to become a Grey Warden, but you left behind your family, who relied on you. Tell me, Pilgrim, did you fail them?
No, even if I stayed, they would still be miserable. How do you know of my past?
Your path is laid out before me and plain to see. In the lines of your face and the scars on your heart. Do you believe you failed your friends and family?
No, they said I should go anyway.
Then you do not dwell on past mistakes. Neither yours nor someone else's.
It's easy for others to judge what you've done in hindsight, but it doesn't make it any better.
It is sometimes difficult to see how our actions affect an outcome. But that does not mean our actions had no effect.
What's past is past. Why bring it up and open old wounds?
And what of those that follow you? Alistair, Knight, and Warden. You wonder if things would have been different if you were with Duncan on the battlefield. You could have shielded him from the killing blow. You wonder, don't you, if you should have died and not him?
Yes. If Duncan had been saved and not me, everything would be better. If I just had the chance, maybe I...
Ask your question, Guardian. I am ready.
You are ever the advisor, ready with a word of wisdom. Do you wonder if you spout only platitudes, burned into your mind in the distant past? Perhaps you are only a tool, used to spread the word of the circle and the chantry. Does doubt ever chip away at your truths?
You framed the statement in the form of a question, yet you already know our answers. There is no sense in hiding, is there? Yes, I do doubt at times. Only the fool is completely certain of himself.
And you? Why do you say the Maker speaks to you, when all know that the Maker has left? He spoke only to Andraste. Do you believe yourself her equal?
I never said that.
In Orlais, you were someone. In Lothering, you feared you would lose yourself, become a drab sister, and disappear. When your brothers and sisters of the cloister criticized you for what you professed, you were hurt, but you also reveled in it. It made you special. You enjoyed the attention, even if it was negative.
You're saying that I made it up for the attention? I did not. I know what I believe.
The way is open. Good luck, and may you find what you seek.
More words of wisdom to think. Well, not really wisdom. Puzzle.
Echoes from a shadow realm, whispers of things yet to come. Thought's strange sister dwells in night, is swept away by dawning light. Of what do I speak?
I love riddles. This one is a dream.
A dream came upon me as my daughter slumbered beneath my heart. It told of her life, and of her betrayal and death. I am sorrow and regret. I am a mother weeping bitter tears for a daughter she could not save.
The smallest lark could carry it, while a strong man might not. Of what do I speak?
A tune.
Yes, I was Andraste's dearest friend in childhood, and always we would sing. She celebrated the beauty of life, and all who heard her would be filled with joy. They say the Maker himself was moved by Andraste's song, and then she sang no more of simple things.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. The debt of blood must be paid in full. Of what do I speak?
Vengeance.
Yes, my husband Hysarion would have chosen a quick death for Andraste. I made him swear that she would die publicly with her war leaders, that all would know the Imperium's strength. I am justice. I am vengeance. Blood can only be repaid in blood.
I'd neither a guest nor a trespasser be. In this place I belong, that belongs also to me. Of what do I speak?
Home.
It was my dream for the people to have a home of their own, where we would have no masters but ourselves. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and thus we followed Andraste against the Imperium. But she was betrayed, and so were we.
4 elves.
A poison of the soul, passion's cruel counterpart. From love she grows, till love lies slain. Of what do I speak?
Jealousy.
Yes, jealousy drove me to betrayal. I was the greatest general of the Alamori, but beside her I was nothing. Hundreds fell before her on bended knee. They loved her, as did the Maker. I loved her too. But what man can compare with a god?
The bones of the world stretched towards the sky's embrace, veiled in white, like a bride greeting her groom. Of what do I speak?
The mountains.
Yes. I carried Andraste's ashes out of Tevinter into the mountains to the east, where she could gaze ever into her Maker's sky. No more fitting a tomb than this could we find.
No man has seen it, but all men know it. Lighter than air, sharper than any sword, comes from nothing, but will fell the strongest armies. Of what do I speak?
Hunger.
Yes, hunger was the weapon used against the wicked men of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker kindled the sun's flame, scorching the land. Their crops failed, and their armies could not march. Then he opened the heavens and bade the waters flow, and washed away their filth. I am Cather, disciple of Andraste and commander of her armies. I saw these things done, and knew the Makers smiled on us.
She wields the broken sword, and separates true kings from tyrants. Of what do I speak?
Mercy.
Yes, I could not bear the sight of Andraste's suffering, and mercy bade me end her life. I am the penitent sinner, who shows compassion as he hopes compassion will be shown to him.
I see we stop to smell the flowers and adore the sunshine.
Hey, what's shaping?
Lasky, you're dead.
You're right, I'm dead. No thanks to you, Sal Raka.
You betrayed me to Jarvia.
What else could I have done? Jarvia owned me. We all do what we need to survive. Even you.
I'm sorry I left all of you.
Sorry? You're not sorry. You barely spared a thought for us. That's the way it goes, isn't it? You can't afford to think about the past. You have to look forward. I'm proud of you for moving on. Here, I found this lying around and I've no use for it. I know you'll do something good with it. Goodbye, my friend. Remember me.
Always, Lesky. You were my only true friend. Until the service. And then it just became 1,000 times better.
Couldn't we all just get along?
You should run while you can.
Alistair, don't go against me. I'm pretty close to
Right then.
For just a moment.
Let us end this.
I'm sorry, Wynne.
Delighted.
Bonk.
This puzzle's cool.
Well, looks like there's only one way forward.
Hey, see those
no
thingies
way.
over on the side of that huge chasm? I bet they're used for something. Look at that. I don't think it's solid enough to stand on, but it's a start. What?
That's some God of War style tips.
That's it! That's an actual bridge piece right there. If we can get all the bridge pieces to be solid, we can make it across. Right.
Easy.
How do you think that was accomplished? Mirrors? Magic?
We'll say someone discard their weapons here.
By the Maker. It's the urn of sacred ashes. That's it. That's really it.
The altar is a little more than a dusty stone slab. You can make an inscription carved into this face. Cast off the trappings of worldly life and clothe yourself in goodness of spirit, king and slave, lord and beggar. Be born anew in the Maker's sight. Remove equipment.
You have been through the trials of the Gauntlet. You have walked the path of Andraste, and like her, you have been cleansed. You have proven yourself worthy, pilgrim. Approach the sacred ashes.
It's so holy.
I never dreamed I would ever lay my eyes on the urn of sacred ashes. I have no words to express.
I didn't think anyone could succeed in finding Andraste's final resting place. But here she is.
I could not have asked for a greater honor than to be here. I will never forget this feeling.
These are the earthly remains of Andraste, prophet and bride of the Maker. Take a pinch of the ashes. You take a pinch of ashes and place it into a leather pouch. Leave the urn alone. Let's head out to the mall. Oh hey, I know where we are. Would you look at that? We're already at the front door. Let's see if he's still here. Brother Genetivi?
Welcome back. You were gone for quite some time. Well, did you find it?
Show Genetivi the pouch of ashes.
Is that? Oh, there's some dust on. No, that's not dust. Oh, Maker, I am not worthy to look upon. What was it like? Coming to the urn, I mean.
Grueling, there were tests. Nothing has touched me quite so deeply.
You are a very fortunate person. And so am I. Perhaps my research will not seem so much like blasphemy to the Chantry now. We must organize an expedition. There is so much history here, it must be studied. And pilgrims should be allowed to come to the urn.
Yes, the urn of sacred ashes must be shared with the world.
Ha! Let's hope there's a lot of Andraste to go around.
I must return home. I have much to do. If you ever find yourself in Denerim, please visit me. I am not a rich man, but I have a small collection of interesting artifacts, and I do owe you a reward for coming to my rescue. I hope to see you soon, my friend.
Let's go get this pouch delivered. Look at that blood trail. We have the cure.
We owe you a great deal. The whole kingdom does, whether they know it or not.
Banty and...
Might you have news? You have?
How the urn...
Wonderful. Let us go at once to Eamon's side and see if the urn's healing powers live up to their reputation.
Where am I?
Be calm, brother. You have been deathly ill for a very long time. Do you remember nothing?
Tegan? What are you doing here? Where is Isolde?
I am here, my husband.
And Connor? Where is my boy? Where is our son?
He lives, though many others are dead. There is much to tell you, husband.
Dead? Then it was not a dream.
Much has happened since you fell ill, brother. Some of it will not be easy for you to hear.
Then tell me. I wish to hear all of it.
It was all pretty good. Except the mayor.
This is most troubling. There is much to be done, that is true. But I should first be thankful to those who have done so much. Grey Warden, you have not only saved my life, but kept my family safe as well. I am in your debt. Will you permit me to offer you a reward for your service?
I need your help against the blight. That will do.
I understand, but regardless of your motivations, I feel you are worthy of a reward. I would like to honor your efforts. Nothing more.
As you wish.
Then allow me to declare you and those traveling with you champions of Redcliffe. You will always be a welcome guest within these halls. And for you, Warden, a shield of the same make as those that have been given to our finest knights.
Thank you, Your
We should
Grace.
speak of Loghain, brother. There is no telling what he will do once he learns of your recovery.
Loghain instigates a civil war even though the Darkspawn are on our very doorstep. Long I have known him. He is a sensible man, one who never desired power.
I was there when he announced he was taking control of the throne, Eamon. He is mad with ambition, I tell you.
Mad indeed. Mad enough to kill Kaelin, to attempt to kill myself and destroy my lands. Whatever happened to him, Loghain must be stopped. What's more, we can scarce afford to fight this war to its bitter end.
Well, you can unite the nobility against Loghain, can't you?
I could unite those opposing Loghain, yes. But not all oppose him. He has some very powerful allies. We have no time to wage a campaign against him. Someone must surrender if Ferelden is to have any chance at fighting the Darkspawn.
Loghain must capitulate then. But once everyone learns what
I will
he's
spread
done,
word of Loghain's treachery, both here and against the king. But it will be but a claim made without proof. Those claims will give Loghain's allies pause, but we must combine it with a challenge Loghain cannot ignore. We need someone with a stronger claim to the throne than Loghain's daughter, the Queen.
Are you referring to Alistair, brother? Are you certain?
I would not propose such a thing if we had an alternative, but the unthinkable has occurred.
you intend to put Alistair forward as king.
Tegan and I have a claim through marriage, but we would seem opportunists no better than Loghain. Alistair's claim is by blood.
And what about me? Does anyone care what I want?
You have a responsibility, Alistair. Without you, Loghain wins. I would have to support him for the sake of Ferelden. Is that what you want?
But I... No, my lord.
I see only one way to proceed. I will call for a landsmeet, a gathering of all of Ferelden's nobility in the city of Denerim. There, Ferelden can decide who shall rule, one way or another. Then the business of fighting our true foe can begin. What say you to that, my friend? I do not wish to proceed without your blessing.
Wouldn't it be easier to simply kill Loghain? Do you think this landsmeet idea will work?
That depends. If we cannot get a consensus in the landsmeet for Alistair, we cannot afford to oppose Loghain either. Does that mean Loghain could win? A man who killed his own king, who has gone mad with power? Perhaps. We must see that he does not.
What's stopping Loghain from just attacking Redcliffe?
Why do you think he had me poisoned? He wanted me gone without having to confront me directly. If I call for a landsmeet, refusing the compromise and attacking Redcliffe will only support our accusations. I'm sure he'd rather I died from the poison. Had the demon not interfered, that's exactly what would have happened.
Wouldn't it be easier if we simply kill Loghain?
I'm not sure that would help our cause. We would become the criminals, and our accusations would become excuses. Furthermore, I'm not even certain where Loghain might be.
What are my options?
You have already found allies, but we need those to fight Darkspawn. I truly believe the landsmeet is our best option. We could attempt to wage a military campaign against Loghain, but even if we win, would we have enough left to defeat the Darkspawn?
No, but neither would Loghain.
Perhaps Loghain gambles on this attitude, that everyone will decide facing the Darkspawn is more vital than facing him, so that he leads us against the Horde.
It seems we have
Very
little
well.
choice.
I will send out the word. But before we proceed,
I believe there is the matter of the mage, my son's tutor. He still lives, I understand.
He does. He is in the dungeon, brother.
Have him brought here, Tegan. I wish to see him. Jowan, what you have done is not in question. You tried to assassinate me and set into motion a series of events that nearly destroyed everything I cherish. What have you to say in your own defense?
Nothing, my lord. Other than to say I am sorry. I expect no mercy for what I've done.
I see. Grey Warden, have you anything to say on Jowan's behalf?
He confronted the demon in the Fade and saved Connor's life.
Thus spared my wife from offering herself as sacrifice as well, I understand. But has he done all this just to save his own skin? And what would you have me do? As the injured party, my ability to see the merciful path is strained.
Give him to the Circle of Magi.
True enough, and wisely said. Jowan, I hereby turn you over to the Tower of the Circle of Magi. May the Maker have mercy on your soul.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, back to the matter of the Landsmeet. We should head to Denerim as soon as possible. I can delay that, however, if you have other plans. I would prefer not giving Loghain time to consider, but it is up to you. I do not wish to go to Denerim unless you are with me.
Give me some time.
As you wish. It will take time for the news to spread, and I can use the interim to get my forces organized. Please tell me when you wish to leave. Until then, you have the run of Redcliffe.